Happy Wednesday. Today I am back with some self-care tips for writers. So here's the thing. I have been coaching fitness since I was 19 years old. I actually couldn't afford to go buy a gym membership at the time, so I became certified to teach. It was called aerobics back then. And then I went on to teach step classes, and then I got certified to teach Pilates and Johnny G spinning classes and also Zumba, as well as I became a personal trainer for a while, and I coached runners for marathons. Now, for me, fitness has been a huge part of who I am. I was a dance minor in college. I have always been athletic. I was in soccer for a long time. And because I was an actress, I always needed or wanted to or thought that I needed to be a lot thinner than I was, actually. So that's what really started me focusing on fitness in high school, where it was like I needed to be thin. I was actually modeling back then until I didn't go past 5'7". So that's a little bit of history of how this creative writer and artist has really been so entrenched in the fitness industry. And I could say that I have pretty much as much fitness experience professionally as I do with writing and or art. It's something that I'm very passionate about, but it's one thing that I notice a lot of writers don't tend to focus on. Now, there are a lot of yoga and writing retreats out there, and there are a lot of yoga teachers who also coach writing, and I think that's amazing. So first of all, I'm going to say that I think yoga is something that everybody should do, no matter if you're a writer, artist, business person, whatever you do in your life. I think that everybody should do yoga. I do it every morning unless I'm in the middle of a move, which I am right now. As you can see, I'm actually still in the old apartment. We're moving things out. Most of it's in the new place, but it's been really physically demanding and I just haven't had time. But I thoroughly believe in a strong yoga practice. Even if you only do 20 minutes a day, you don't have to spend $20 a class or go to a big yoga studio. There are tons of online resources for yoga. So I definitely champion doing yoga. But there's not, aside from yoga, I haven't seen a lot of things for writers who do other kinds of activities. There is the writers who run, and I've actually been to the retreat, and it's really great. We got up every morning, we went running, and there was a race at the end. And Christy, the woman who runs that, is deep into running, and she uses the metaphors for running in her coaching for writers. It's actually pretty amazing, and I like that too. I've often thought about running a course with health and fitness and writing, but what I have decided to do was add it into my Story Concierge signature course. The link is below in the description to get onto the wait list. That course opens this spring, and I'm super excited about it. It is a full-blown writing career level course for writers. It covers craft, it covers your website, it covers social media, I cover health and fitness, I cover wellness tips, I cover mindset. It's like an all-in-one huge course for writers that covers everything and also will help you sort of tour guide where you need to be for your specific career, which is why it's called Story Concierge. It's built on a concierge service. So I don't have individual courses right now that have fitness and writing. So I'm just going to give you some of my fast tips on what I think are the best practices for writers. One is get up and walk around every day. If you are at your desk for your day job, or maybe you are working full-time as a writer, I see people all the time saying, oh, I wrote for 5 or 6 hours without getting up. Me, I'm out of my chair every single hour. I started this practice when I was working at Disney Feature Animation, and maybe my old leads don't like to hear this, but I got a ton of work done, so it was never a problem. But I drank a bottle of water every hour, and then I had to get up and go to the bathroom, but what it forced me to do was to walk around. It forced me to get up and walk around my chair. When I was at DreamWorks, I remember taking like these super long walks around the building that I was in, and then I would come back inside. And I don't know why I started at DreamWorks, not at Disney, but at Disney I walked the halls. There were staircases in the building that I took a lot. It just helped me stay active besides going to the gym, which at the time I was still teaching classes. So I was at the gym 1, 2, or 3 times a day around working in animation. And it was something that kept me physically fit and I believe a lot healthier. So the first tip is to just get up and walk around. I would like you to do it once an hour, and it doesn't have to be for more than 5 minutes. Just walk to your kitchen, walk. If you can take a walk outside, do it. My second tip is going to be to walk around for longer. Take an actual walk. I would recommend at least 30 minutes a day. Now, if you are living in a city center right now, in January of 2021, if you're in a city, it's probably pretty crowded and it's not safe because of coronavirus. You can walk around your apartment complex. The place that we are currently in, where I'm shooting this video, there are 6 levels, and I have walked up and down the staircases. I've also done the levels and then gone up and walked around, because outside it's pretty crowded and not a lot of people in this area like to wear masks. So I'm trying to stay healthy and stay inside. Where we are moving to, there are these long passos that I can take long walks on, and also get up early in the morning and do walks. But I really, when I've been writing all day or been at my desk drawing or doing anything, coaching, I really like to take a walk in the afternoon. I was just looking at the clock, it's around 3 o'clock, anytime between 3 and 5 p.m., just to take a walk. Now, in the summer, when it's 100 plus degrees, I used to go to the gym. Now, who knows if the gym is going to be open this summer or when you're watching this video. So if the gym isn't open, again, I recommend just walking around inside. If malls are open again, you can always just go for a walk in the mall. The thing is just to be active, to get your blood flowing, to get the juices going. And also, when you're writing, sometimes you get writer's block. And when you get stuck, walking can really help you just sort of clear your thoughts and stuff. So 1 and 2 are to move your body by walking. 1 is to just every hour get up and do something, whether you walk into the kitchen, walk into the other room, just move, just stand up from your desk. It's like stretching. And 2 is to walk for at least 30 minutes every single day. Unless, of course, obviously, if you have something that prevents you from being able to walk, then consult your doctor. The next tip that I'm going to say is do actual exercise, take Zumba class, take cardio dance, do high interval training. You can do CrossFit, whatever you like to do. I recommend that you do those. I say 4 to 6 times a week. Now, a lot of people say 2 to 3. It's really up to you, but the more you exercise, the better shape your body is going to be in. And it's not about weight. It's about everything in your body, your cholesterol, your metabolism, your muscles, everything, your heart. Cardio means your cardiovascular, it's your heart. It's very important to keep your heart healthy, because once your heart stops, that's it. So it's really important to get into some kind of workout every single day if you can. Like I say, at least 4 to 6 times a week for 1 hour, 45 minutes to an hour is what I recommend. And if you can't afford to go to the gym, or if coronavirus is still happening, it is right now when this video is produced, but you might be watching this a year from now, and you can't go to the gym, that's fine. There are many ways to work out at home. I belong to Bar 3. I belong to Denise Austin. I have a mirror fitness, which is something, it is a mirror that hooks to the wall or hooks to the ground, and there are online courses to it. It's like the Peloton, but it is for courses that you do on the ground, not on a bike. I also have an indoor exercise bike, so I use the Peloton app as well, because I get bored with workouts and like to do a variety, and I highly recommend doing a variety of different workouts, because your body will get used to the same workout over and over, and then you will come to a plateau and you won't improve. Either you won't lose more weight, and or you won't improve your physical fitness. So it's really good to mix up your workouts. Now, Beachbody also has tons of workouts that are great, that you can buy the DVDs or you can do online streaming. There are so many options out there that it really at this point is just an excuse when people say that they can't work out. The one thing that I'm going to say is, if you are brand new to working out, I highly recommend that you either work with a trainer or start really slow. Again, if we are still in coronavirus, when you are starting your workout, then you probably cannot have a personal trainer there, but it's important that you have mirrors or somewhere that you can check your form, because if you are doing workouts with the incorrect form, you can get very hurt. So once again, I refer you back to, if you're going to start any new workout program, especially if you haven't been working out in a long time or ever, some people haven't really ever worked out before, then I would talk to your doctors and make sure that you are physically able to do it. Now, I've been teaching fitness classes and doing workouts basically my entire life, but professionally since I was 18, which is, that's 32 years for me. I'm 51 years old. So I am pretty confident that I am doing the forms right, but there are sometimes when I take classes that they say they're for beginners, and I'm like, oh my God, if someone didn't already know how to do these moves, they could get very, very hurt. Zumba has a set of DVDs that are amazing. There is also another, I'm putting it in the description, a dance video workout where she's like, just do whatever you want as long as you are moving. So I highly recommend that for you. Even you are a writer, you might think it doesn't matter, but it does, to do some kind of cardiovascular workout 4 to 6 times a week, 3 at the bare minimum. Now, number 4 is to do some kind of strength training workout. You can do weights. You can use your own body. Pilates, especially on the floor, uses your own body weight. You can do super old school and do your push-ups and your dips on, using your chair or your desk. You can do squats. You don't have to have a full-blown weight set at your house to get this done. You can use your own body weight and do a lot of stuff. Push-ups are actually really quite hard, and they use your body weight. If you're doing proper push-ups with the proper form, they are really good for your arms, for your chest, for your core. They are amazing. It's an amazing workout. Jumping rope is also really good, but it's not weight training, but it's also something else that you can do. If you have weights, use them. You can do courses that have resistance bands, but strength training is really important. Now, if you're middle-aged like me, I hate to admit that I'm middle-aged, but if I'm 51, if I'm lucky, I'm only at the middle of my age. It's really more important than ever. I have some friends that are like, oh, I'm in my 50s, so I can't do anything. Look at Denise Austin. She is in her 60s, and she's still leading fitness classes because she continues to move her body. The more you move, the more you're going to be able to move. Now, again, check with your doctors. If you have some kind of injury or something that's limiting you, or you're having pain, then obviously don't do any of this stuff. I'm going to post tons of links in the description, so you're going to have a lot of reference on where to go. The 5th thing I'm going to say is to drink heaps and heaps and heaps of water. While you are sitting at your desk, have water. You can either have a glass or you can have a bottle. I get this water from Hawaii. I love it. I do refill these. I am trying to be as conscious about the environment as I can by not using 20 of these a day. And I drink probably 20 bottles of water, 12 to 20 a day, depending on how much I'm working out. I also drink coffee. For every cup of coffee, 8 ounces coffee, I drink a full 8 ounces of water. It is really important for us to stay hydrated. Hydration helps everything about our health. It helps ward off sicknesses. It helps your focus. It helps your sleep. It helps weight loss. It helps you feel full. It helps you to not snack, and it keeps you off those sugary drinks. So in addition to staying hydrated, I'm going to say, cut out 100% of soda. And you might be thinking, oh my God, but I love soda. Soda is so bad for you. Coke, Sprite, ginger ale, all that stuff is bad. Now, I admit, ever since I met my husband and he likes soda and he's brought it into the house, I do drink it more than I did. I would love to say that I never drink it. I could have said that 7, 8 years ago, but now I can't. But I don't drink it that often, and if I do drink it, it's ginger ale. It doesn't have caffeine in it, but it's still sugar, so I shouldn't have it at all, and I don't drink it once a day. So I recommend that you cut out your sugary drinks. Now, juice, a lot of people, it's very conflicting with juice. Like, some people are like, well, I'll just sip juice all day. Juice is very high in sugar. So that could cause a lot of issues with your insulin and things crashing, whether you're diabetic or not. You don't want to just overload yourself with sugar. I'm never going to say not to drink fruit juice, but also just be careful, especially if you're buying it in the store. I have a juicer, so I can 100% control what goes into it. I actually really, really like to juice kale, celery, an apple or a pear, and a cucumber. It's super, super good. It's easy. It's green. It's really healthy. And if I do that in the morning, it sort of gives me like a boost for the entire day. That's 4 things or 5 things. I can't remember. That's 5 things that I'm telling you. And then the last one, which sort of goes back to what I said at the very beginning about yoga, is to stretch. There are stretches you can do for your hands. What I recommend if you're on the computer all the time writing, the ones where you squeeze in are actually really bad for you. Those things came out in the 90s and everybody was like, oh, stress balls, but they actually continue the repetitive motion. So when you're typing, everything is tight, right? Because you're going in. So what you want to do is stretch out. I'm not going to go through and show you a bunch of stretches, but you can Google them. You can find some. Just make sure you're stretching. Stretch your shoulders, stretch your arms, stretch your hands, stretch your legs, stretch your back. make sure that you're stretched out, because sitting at the computer, especially if you get like hunched up and your shoulders up here, it's really, really bad for you. I hope you found this video helpful. I really want you to be healthy, and I also want you to hit your writing goals. So I put the list in the description, but basically it is to get up and move once an hour, even just walking to the kitchen or back, walk 30 minutes a day, do cardiovascular exercise of some kind. It can be low impact, it can be high impact, whatever your choice is. You can take tap dancing lessons, whatever you want to do cardiovascular workout. 3, I would say minimum of 3, but 4 to 6 times a week is sort of the ideal sweet spot. Do some kind of weight training or body resistance. You are doing your strength training. Make sure to drink a lot of water. Obviously, that goes with eating healthy. Eat tons of fruits and vegetables. Eat mostly plants. If you are a meat eater, eat mostly plants. And when you are eating meat, make sure it's organic and it's, it's low fat, and it's, just get really good quality stuff. Do not buy anything on the inside of the store. Basically, shop the perimeter. If you're buying stuff in the frozen food aisle, that stuff is not good for you because it's loaded with preservatives. And it doesn't matter where you live, you can avoid these preservatives. Trust me, it'll help you. When I'm eating crap, and I do sometimes because I'm human and I get lazy, and I'll eat crap and then I crash and then I can't focus and my story and things aren't working. And when I'm eating healthy and I'm drinking water, which is the next thing, drink a tons of water. When you're drinking water and you're eating healthy, you just feel better. And when you feel better, you're going to produce better at work. Also, one additional tip I'm going to give you, and I am the worst at this, is to sleep. Now, they say for adults, you should get at least 7 hours of sleep. Everybody is different. I tend to wake up after 4 or 5 hours, but sleep is so, so, so important. We all like to be online at midnight going, oh my God, the life of a writer, and posting all these things about how we're staying up, swilling down like whiskey, writing the best-selling novel, but really it's terrible for you. And again, especially if you're in your middle age, but even if you're in your 20s, it's good to start good habits early. So make sure that you are getting enough sleep. I've put links down in the description. I hope that it's helpful. I hope that you will come back every Wednesday and see new videos. And if you have questions or anything, you can email me, you can comment below. I wish you all amazing health and writing, and please subscribe and share. Follow me on social media. If you're a female writer, join the free Facebook group that I have. The link is in the comments. And I also have new classes and stuff coming out all the time. The link is not in the comments, in the description to that as well. Thank you, and I will see you next week. Bye, writers.